Factor follow-up segment tonight. As we reported last night, the Justice Department will not prosecute 3 Black Panthers accused of intimidating voters in Philadelphia. One of the men, King Shamir Shabazz, is featured in a National Geographic program.
I hate white people. All of them. Every last iota of a cracker, I hate him. We didn't come out here to play today. There's too much serious business going on in the black community to be out here sliding through South Street with white, dirty, cracker whore on our arm, and we call ourselves black men with African garb on. What the hell is wrong with you, black man? You had a doom day with a white girl on your damn arm. You want freedom? You're gonna have to kill some crackers. You're gonna have to kill some of their babies.
Again, Mr. Shabazz, one of the Black Panthers who Attorney General Eric Holder would not prosecute. In addition, the amazingly dishonest far-left website Media Matters put up this headline after our broadcast last night. O'Reilly Factor ludicrously blames Obama for not pressing criminal charges in the new Black Panther case. Total lie. Total lie. Here's what I said last night. The evidence clearly shows the men breaking the law, so why give them a pass? Talking Points cannot answer that question, and Mr. Holder will not answer it either. Very disturbing, and President Obama should order his Attorney General to clarify the matter. Clarify the matter. I'm sure Media Matters will correct his dishonest answer. Yeah. Joining us now, the purveyor of DickMorris.com, Dick Morris. This story is building. You know, it's not on its face that important 3 idiot Black Panthers standing outside a polling place. But the fact that the Attorney General, with the acknowledgement and, I think, support of President Obama, although I can't be sure about that, he hasn't said anything about it, refuses to prosecute these guys who obviously did something wrong. And then we see this guy, how hateful he is, Shabazz. I mean, this has got to hurt them, does it not?
And of course, you have a whistleblower in the Justice Department.
Right, who goes out and says we were ordered not
to prosecute.
Because of color.
Yeah.
Because of color.
Exactly. Well, I'm a little nuanced. I had a conversation with Stan Pottinger, the former Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights in the 70s. And he said that we all the time declined to prosecute cases like this because we couldn't prove that the voters were being intimidated. We didn't have an affidavit from a white voter and that kind of thing. But he said that where the Justice Department drops the ball here is they are not explaining why they're not prosecuting.
Correct.
What they should be saying is this is a crime. This would be horrible. If we could prove it, we would prosecute. But we're not because we don't have these affidavits and so on. Instead, when you take this as a piece, and this is me speaking, not him, when you take this as a piece with the Democratic effort to go after Karl Rove for firing, allegedly, U.S. attorneys for failing to prosecute voter fraud, it really amounts to a Democratic Party endorsement, or at least not opposition to, voter intimidation tactics.
Do you believe that the far left has fallen apart? I mean, let's take this Media Matters thing. I mean, they just blatantly lie every day. All right, people on MSNBC lie every day. Are Americans caught on now? Is it those people? Are they just talking to a very small sliver? Because they did have some momentum when Obama was running for president, but I think it's all gone now.
Well, they had a vast momentum then. But
I don't know if it was vast. MSNBC's ratings were never, ever good.
Yeah,
ever.
Obama's were.
Okay.
And they're enough to sweep Congress and the White House. But I think that what's happening now is because of the ongoing economic crisis, because of the erosion of Obama's credibility on the left with Afghanistan, Guantanamo, and the oil spill, because of the negatives about health care that hurt him among independents, the left wing is being increasingly marginalized.
Okay, so that's
to
what
a
I feel,
smaller and
too.
smaller
Right.
constituency.
Here's another
falling
question.
apart's a little far.
Okay, so marginalized, not falling apart.
Yeah.
Still able to deliver a body blow on occasion. Now, when Americans see a guy like this Shabazz guy, who, again, doesn't mean anything, ladies and gentlemen, he has no power, he's a thug. He's a thug, all right? But when they see him, and then he's connected to the Attorney General of the United States, which he is. He's connected right to Holder. And as you said, Holder doesn't come out and explain anything, all right? There's got to be now a worry, a concern that is growing among non-ideological Americans. We see that conservatives and Republicans don't like Obama. They're never going to like him, okay? But most Americans are non-ideological. They just want the best for their country. They see this guy and the guy with the club, and then they hear no explanation. That's got to hurt them.
It's got to hurt them. And I have an article on my website, dickmorris.com, that goes into this. When you lose the right and you lose the center, and you're stuck with the left, like Bill Clinton was in 1993 and 94, you have to move further and further to the left and be more and more vocal about it with greater and greater intensity in order to motivate the left, get their enthusiasm, raise the turnout, and use them to offset the rest of the country. That in turn locks you into a vicious circle where the more you do that, the more you turn off independents and white voters, the more you polarize yourself to get the liberal and minority vote, the more you turn them off, the more you have to polarize yourself. And you end up with a shrinking base of increased intensity. That was really the trap that Bill Clinton was in 94
But he got out of it.
when I helped him move to the middle. And that is the trap that Obama's getting into now.
But let me ask you
see
this.
The rhetoric going up and the base shrinking.
Okay, but you know, there are those who believe that President Obama, he's simpatico with the far left, that his beliefs are their beliefs and vice versa. So he's not really moving anywhere, he's there.
No,
but let me ask you this.
But his outreach was always to the middle.
Not
now
always,
it's to the left.
just in the campaign.
Yeah.
Oh, not always.
When it counted.
Right. Now, is it possible, you have a minute to go, that President Obama can put a coalition of minority voters together? Black Americans are going to go 90% for him no matter what he does, all right? And Hispanics now are coming back because of the Arizona lawsuit. Is that enough, and he gets the liberal vote, to put him back?
No, put him back in office in 12, who knows? Win Congress in 10, no.
No,
because
we see that.
He's not going to get 90% of the black vote.
They won't come to vote.
He's going to get 30% because 70% aren't going to vote. It's an off-year election.
But I'm interested in 12 and Obama. Is that enough?
Well, with 2012, you're dealing with an entirely different situation.
But say it stays the same.
No, you cannot win a presidential election from the left or the right. You can only win it from the center.
Right. So even if he does put together a coalition of minority voters in America, he can't win.
This is not a re-election strategy. This is a 10 strategy. He's trying to raise the intensity level on the left so that they vote
come out
like
in
it's an
November.
on-year election.
All right.
This is not a 12 strategy when he's got to get the center.
Dick Morris, everybody.